Hello, my name is Ernie. I am the best doggy ever. I will help you learn all the math things today. Mr. Parks is taking a break, so I will teach you all the math things that you need to know. Let us go ahead and take a look at our problems. Number 1. Which multiplication problem could be used to check the quotient of 88.14 divided by 7.21 equals 4? So this might be a little bit tricky, but there's an easy way to check this. We can just use multiplication. So 7.21 times 4 equals this. And so the only one of our options that give us that would be letter D. Number 5, which division problem has a quotient that is a whole number? So looking at these, if I were to go ahead and look at this one, 4.5 divided by 0.25. I'm going to move the decimal point over 2 times and then move the decimal point over 2 times. I would end up with 450 divided by 25. I can count by 25s to get to 450, so it would be letter A. Number 2, which division problem is equivalent to 0.3 divided by 0.12? So I wrote the problem out for you. 0.12, we move the decimal point over 2 times, then we move the decimal point over 2 times, and we would get 300 divided by 12. I'm sorry, that's not correct. It would be 30 divided by 12. Number 3, divide 10.35 divided by 2.3. Decimal point goes over 1 time to get 103.5 divided by 23. And so that should be 4.5. Number 7, which does not have a quotient of 2? So my first option definitely has a quotient of 2. The second option also has a quotient of 2. The third one has a quotient of 2. The last one, if I were to take this number and double it, I would have 4.46, not 5.6. So that would be letter D. All right, so number 10, which division problem has a quotient of 4.2? Mark all that apply. Here are our 3 correct answers. So I meant to write down the answers. The other 2 are actually 4.5 for the answers for letter A and letter D. And let's go ahead and take a look at number 12. So I have 7.84 divided by 2. So my first step is going to be not to multiply anything by 10. Technically, my first step will be to do 7 divided by 2 after you put the decimal point up top here. So one of my biggest problems that I had with students, they didn't want to write the decimal point up top, and so they ended up making mistakes with where the decimal point should go at the end. So first step would be actually to do 7 divided by 2. The quotient will be a whole number. I can go ahead and show you that that is not going to be true because a whole number would not have a decimal value after it. There will not be a remainder because we are working with a decimal value. The quotient multiplied by 2 will equal 7.84. If you get a quotient that you can't multiply by the number that you divided by to get back to the starting number, then you have made a mistake in your work. The first digit of the quotient will be in the ones place. That is correct because this is the ones place, then the tenths place, then the hundredths place. The quotient will have 2 decimal places. That is correct. So there are 2 decimal places after the decimal point. So I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you all were successful with this lesson. If you have any questions, feel free to email Mr. Parks or send him a Class Dojo message. This is Ernie, the faithful math assistant, signing out. I hope all of you have a good day, and please come by and visit and bring me lots of treats. We will see you tomorrow.